Have you ever noticed how a fresh haircut can make you feel like you've just returned from a month-long luxury vacation? You walk into the salon feeling a bit heavy, perhaps a little tired of the same reflection, and you walk out feeling lighter, brighter, and ready to take on the world. For women over 50, hair isn't just hair. It is a frame for the face, a statement of our current energy, and one of the most powerful tools we have to shave years off our appearance without ever touching a needle or a surgical knife. But the wrong cut? That can do the exact opposite. It can drag down your features, emphasize fine lines, and make you fade into the background. Today, we are breaking down the 5 specific haircuts that have the magical ability to lift your face, brighten your eyes, and give you that youthful glow we all want. We are moving beyond the old-fashioned rules that say you have to cut your hair short just because of a birthday. We're going to talk about movement, texture, and why these 5 styles work so well with the way our faces change over time. If you've been feeling like your current look is a bit stagnant, get ready because we are about to find your new signature style that will have everyone asking what your secret is. The biggest mistake many women make as they mature is sticking to a hairstyle that worked for them in their 30s. Our faces change. Gravity happens. The collagen in our skin shifts, and our features can start to move slightly downward. Therefore, our hair needs to move upward and outward to compensate. The first haircut on our list is an absolute classic with a modern twist, the textured lob, or long bob. Now, you've probably seen the bob everywhere, but for women over 50, we want the lob. This length usually sits right between the chin and the collarbone. Why is this a miracle worker? Because it hits at a point that creates a beautiful, horizontal line that draws the eye away from the jawline and toward the cheekbones. By adding texture and choppy layers, you avoid that heavy, helmet-like look that can happen with a traditional blunt bob. A lob with soft, face-framing layers adds volume where we need it most. As we age, our hair can thin out, and a textured lob creates the illusion of thickness and bounce. It's effortless, it's chic, and it looks just as good with a pair of jeans as it does with an evening gown. It's the ultimate cool girl cut for the sophisticated woman. Moving on to our second style, let's talk about the power of the pixie. Now wait a minute. I'm not talking about the short, severe grandma cut that you might be picturing. I am talking about the modern, wispy, voluminous pixie. Think of it as a haircut that acts like an instant facelift. By keeping the hair short on the sides and back but leaving length and volume on top, you are creating a vertical lift. This draws the eye upward, highlighting your eyes and your brow line. The secret to a youthful pixie is the finish. You want it to be piecey and textured, not flat and smooth. Using a bit of styling wax or pomade to create height at the crown makes your face appear longer and leaner. This cut is perfect for women who have beautiful bone structure and aren't afraid to show it off. It's also a lifesaver for those with fine or thinning hair, as it removes the weight that would otherwise make hair look limp. A pixie says you are confident, you are modern, and you have nothing to hide. It is a bold choice that pays off in spades when it comes to looking younger and more vibrant. Next up, number 3 is a style that many women are afraid of but should actually embrace: long layers with a face frame. There is a persistent myth that women over 50 shouldn't have long hair. I'm here to tell you that is nonsense. Long hair can be incredibly youthful, as long as it isn't sad hair. Sad hair is long, thin, and all one length, hanging down like curtains and pulling your features down with it. To make long hair work, you need layers, and lots of them. Specifically, you want ghost layers or internal layers that add movement without making the hair look thin. The most important part of this cut is the face framing pieces that start around the cheekbones or the chin. These pieces act like a highlighter for your face. When you style them with a bit of a wave away from the face, they create an opening that makes you look more awake and energetic. Long, layered hair provides a softness that can counter the sharper angles that sometimes develop in our faces as we age. It's feminine, it's versatile, and it completely defies the aging stereotypes. Style number 4 is the bang factor, specifically the curtain bang. If you are looking for the quickest way to hide forehead lines and crow's feet without a trip to the dermatologist, bangs are your best friend. But forget those heavy, blunt bangs that cut your face in half. Those can actually make your face look wider and your eyes look smaller. Instead, go for curtain bangs. These are longer, wispy bangs that part in the middle and sweep to the sides, like a curtain. They beautifully frame the eyes and soften the temple area. They add a bit of mystery and a lot of style. Curtain bangs work with almost any hair length, from a bob to long layers. They give you that French girl effortless vibe. The beauty of these bangs is that they are low maintenance compared to blunt bangs. As they grow out, they simply blend into your layers. They provide a soft, romantic frame that instantly makes your face look friendlier and more youthful. The fifth and final haircut we have to discuss is the shag. Yes, the shag is back, and it is better than ever for women over 50. The modern shag is all about choppy layers, crown volume, and texture. It's a bit rock and roll, but can be softened for a very sophisticated look. Why does the shag work? Because it is the enemy of flatness. It creates a messy on-purpose look that looks incredibly thick and full of life. It's a great way to embrace your natural hair texture, whether you have curls, waves, or straight hair. The shag moves when you move. It suggests a sense of playfulness and spontaneity. When we see a woman with a great shag haircut, we don't think about her age, we think about her style and her energy. It's a cut that thrives on perfect imperfection, which is exactly the kind of grace we want to project as we get older. Now, choosing the right cut is only half the battle. We also have to talk about color and maintenance, because even the best cut can be ruined by poor execution. As we age, our skin tone can become more muted. This means that very harsh, solid colors can make us look washed out or emphasize shadows on our face. When you get one of these 5 haircuts, talk to your stylist about adding dimensional color. This means highlights and lowlights that mimic the way the sun hits natural hair. This depth makes the hair look thicker and more realistic. For example, if you go for the textured lob, a few baby lights around the face can act like a spotlight, making your skin look more radiant. If you choose the long layers, a balayage technique can add a sun-kissed look that feels very youthful and summery all year round. Another important factor is hair health. Silver and gray hair is beautiful. Actually, it's a massive trend, but it does have a different texture. It can be coarser and more prone to dryness. When you have a great haircut, you want that hair to shine. Investing in high-quality moisturizing masks and heat protectants is non-negotiable. A shiny, healthy pixie cut looks a million times younger than a dull, frizzed one. Shine is the universal sign of health and youth in hair. Don't be afraid to embrace your natural silver, but make sure you're using purple shampoos to keep it bright and clear, rather than yellow or dull. A bright, cool-toned silver shag or lob is one of the most stylish looks a woman over 50 can sport. Let's talk about the weight of your hair. As we age, our hair can literally feel heavier. Not in pounds, but in the way it hangs. That's why movement is the common thread in all 5 of these haircuts. Whether it's the choppy ends of a shag or the wispy edges of a pixie, we want hair that moves when we walk and talks when we head turn. Flat hair that sits still looks stagnant. Moving hair looks alive. When you are at the salon, don't be afraid to ask your stylist to remove some weight or point cut the ends. This technique creates a softer, more blurred edge rather than a sharp, straight line. Blurred edges are much more forgiving for our features than harsh lines. I also want to touch on the psychological aspect of changing your hair. Many women stay with the same style because they are comfortable, but discomfort is often where the growth happens. If you've been wearing your hair in a low ponytail for the last decade, cutting it into a textured lob will feel like a massive change. You might feel exposed at first, but remember, showing your neck and your jawline is actually very youthful. It elongates your silhouette. A long, elegant neck is a sign of grace. Don't hide behind a curtain of hair that no longer serves you. Step out of the shadows and let your haircut reveal the vibrant woman you are today. When you go to your stylist, don't just say, "Give me a bob." Bring pictures. Visuals are the best way to ensure you and your stylist are on the same page. Point out exactly what you like in the photo. Is it the bangs, the volume at the top, the way the layers hit the cheekbones? A good stylist will take that inspiration and adapt it to your specific face shape and hair texture. For instance, if you have a rounder face, they might make the lob a bit longer in the front to create a slimming effect. If you have a longer face, they might add more volume at the sides of your shag to balance things out. Wait, we also need to consider the maintenance level you are willing to commit to. A pixie cut requires more frequent trips to the salon to keep it looking sharp, usually every 4 to 6 weeks. On the other hand, the long layers with a face frame can often go 8 to 10 weeks between trims. Think about your lifestyle. If you love spending time at the salon, the pixie is a great way to stay groomed. If you prefer a set-it-and-forget-it approach, the lob or the long layers might be more your speed. A haircut only looks younger if it is well maintained. Split ends and overgrown silhouettes are instant agers. Another secret to looking younger through your hair is the lift at the root. Flat hair that clings to the scalp can make our faces look saggy. When you style your new cut, use a root-lifting spray or a volumizing mousse. When you blow dry, use a round brush to pull the hair upward and away from the scalp. This creates air in the hair. That airiness is what gives these styles their youthful energy. It's like an architectural support for your face. Even a simple change like flipping your part to the opposite side can create instant volume and a fresh look. Don't forget the importance of products. As we get older, we want to avoid heavy, crunchy hairsprays that make the hair look stiff. We want products that provide hold but still allow for touchable movement. Creams, light oils, and sea salt sprays are great for adding that lived-in texture that makes these haircuts look modern. The goal isn't to look like you just walked out of a 1950s hairdryer. The goal is to look like you have naturally great, effortless hair. The undone look is a great way to project a youthful, relaxed attitude. Let's talk about the face frame specifically. One technique stylists use is called carving. They essentially sculpt the hair around your features to accentuate the good parts and soften the parts we might be self-conscious about. If you have stunning cheekbones, the layers of your lob should flick right at that point. If you want to emphasize your eyes, the curtain bangs should hit just the right spot at the temple. Your hair is like a custom-made frame for a piece of art. You want the frame to enhance the art, not distract from it or overwhelm it. As we conclude, I want you to remember that there is no expiry date on style. You don't have to follow anyone's rules but your own. However, if you are looking for a change that will boost your confidence and make you feel as young as you feel on the inside, these 5 haircuts are a fantastic place to start. Whether it's the sophisticated lob, the daring pixie, the soft, long layers, the stylish curtain bangs, or the rocker shag, there is a look for every personality and every hair type. Hair is the one thing we wear every single day. It's worth the investment of time, money, and thought to get it right. When you love your hair, your whole demeanor changes. You carry yourself differently. You smile more. And that confidence is truly the fountain of youth. So take a look in the mirror today. Is your hair lifting you up or pulling you down? Is it telling the story of who you are now or of who you were 20 years ago? Don't be afraid to take the plunge. It's just hair. It grows back. But the feeling of a great new style is something you deserve to experience. Book that appointment, talk to your stylist, and get ready to see a younger, more vibrant version of yourself looking back in the mirror. You've spent years taking care of everyone else. Now it's time to take a little time for yourself and your crowning glory. Imagine walking into your next social event, or even just the grocery store, and feeling that bounce in your step because your hair is finally doing exactly what it should. These 5 haircuts aren't just about fashion. They are about reclaiming your spark. They are about showing the world that women over 50 are just getting started, and we're doing it with style, grace, and incredible hair. Think about the texture, the movement, and the lift. Think about the soft edges and the face-framing light. These are the elements that create a youthful look. Avoid the flat, the blunt, and the heavy. Your hair should be a celebration of your life, not a weight on your shoulders. So go forth and find your perfect cut. Whether you choose the pixie, the lob, the shag, or the layers, I know you are going to look absolutely stunning. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the world of youthful hair for women over 50. It's an honor to share these tips with you, and I can't wait to hear about your hair transformations. Remember, beauty doesn't have an age limit, and your hair is the perfect canvas to express your timeless elegance. Until next time, stay stylish, stay confident, and keep rocking that beautiful hair. You are fabulous, and don't let anyone or any birthday candle tell you otherwise. See you in the next one.